Mabel, Mabel, Mabel. That's fake licking, Mabel. You're just fake licking. Mabel, are you trying to be cute? Are you trying to be cute? Yes, with her love eyes on. She has her love eyes on. Yes, she does. Mabel. Mabel. She's on her little blanket. She's on her little blanket. Yes. Baby Mabel. Baby Mabel. Baby Mabel. Ooh, a blistery old day. A few little greckles, or are they starlings? I always get those two birds mixed up. Not much action at my feeders. It's too cold. The birds are hiding, except for that little hungry family. Hello folks, welcome. This is Angie from Vintage Vigo, and it's a very blistery winter cold day. It is about minus 13, 14, 15 degrees Celsius, and I was out driving earlier, and the roads were a little icky, little slippery. You had to be careful, and major whiteouts. I don't mind whiteouts. I seem to be able to have almost x-ray eyes when I'm driving in major snowstorms and whiteouts and heavy rain and fog. I don't seem to mind it, but the tricky part is when you have tailgaters and other vehicles who just don't think it's important to turn on their lights during these type of driving conditions. So rather than put myself out there needlessly for a fender bender, I just came home, and whatever business I didn't accomplish this morning, I'll have to do it tomorrow. Things can wait. And so yeah, today just a very short and sweet video of a few items that I found during the past week. It's been a busy week. Don't I always say that? It's always busy. It's good. Everything's good. And so I am going to start off by showing you another brass item that I found. So again, as I mentioned before, I pick up anything brass because it always seems to be a good seller, very popular. This is just one part of a pair of brass mallard, I would suspect, or some type of duck bookends. So yeah, I only got the one, but that's okay. People can find a use for one bookend if they put their books against something solid and they just need one bookend. So, it's got some, wear, little scratches and so on and so forth. Other than that, it's in pretty good shape. It needs a good polishing if that's the type of effect you like. And there seems to be a few duck brass bookends listed on Etsy right now. Maybe I will wait before I actually list it when some of those have sold off. I don't know. We'll see. I found this pair of adorable rooster hand-painted teapot and cup and saucer wall pockets. So here, I don't know, maybe you could put an air plant in there, but I would suspect you would put scissors or some other type of implements in there. Maybe dry flowers. And this has actually a larger opening, so maybe you could fit a bit more in there. They are both scripted with the word Japan, scripted as it's written in instead of stamped or printed, which is kind of unusual. I don't know if I'm holding that upside down or right side up, so I'll just switch it both ways, hoping that you could actually read it. The paint is in really good shape. I don't see any wear, which is unusual, especially for the red parts of the paint. Those are usually more noticeable when they are starting to wear. And they both have some crazing, which is to be expected for the age, but no chips or cracks. I just think it's an adorable set of wall pockets, and wall pockets seem to be more popular now for people wanting to remake their kitchens in a retro style using decor, vintage decor. So I picked up more jewelry. Now, the reason I picked up this is because I find enamel or cloisonne style jewelry does sell quickly. Jewelry, earrings, and brooches. So that's why I picked these up. So I just sold a pair of cloisonne earrings, this exact style. And so I thought, well, if I've already sold a pair, maybe that increases my chances of perhaps selling another pair. And these are in very good shape. I don't see any wear scratches. And these are the type of earrings that you can unhook. They're pierced, they're for pierced ears rather. And you can take the bottom part off and then just use the small oval part in your ear. A lovely design on it, the flower and butterfly. So I was shopping in the local SPCA thrift store, and of course what I'm going to show you just jumped right out at me, jumped into my arms. Well, no, I did resist. I do resist things for various reasons. The reason why I might resist a vintage item would be because it is kind of a pain in the yucky bum to ship. I don't want to deal with it. It's an awkward shape, heavy shape, or highly breakable, and just not an easy thing to ship. So that would be one criteria for not picking up a nice vintage item, even though I may like it. Another one might be because it could still be maybe difficult to ship, but on top of that, not worthwhile, because either there are a lot on the market or they're not selling at a very profitable price. So my return profit on that item may not be worth the effort and challenge of trying to pack it and sending it. So having said all of that, of course I picked it up, this huge flow blue pattern, and I debated it. Now, having my mother with me, she loves blue and white dishes, and especially the flow blue patterns. And so she convinced me to take it. But if anyone knows me, it's not easy to convince me unless I really want to anyway. And anyway, my mom said, well, you can keep it for yourself, which we know. I do not keep vintage items for myself. Very, very, very seldomly do I keep items for myself. And if I do, if I look at something and think, oh, I want to keep that, I don't keep it long. I eventually decide to list it on my Vintage Vigo Etsy shop. So I'm just going to shove this in my face and show you. So this is the Johnson Brothers Flow Blue Dorothy pattern. Now, apparently, based on my research, I did see various styles of the Dorothy pattern, And so it's a little bit difficult to date, you know, which was the earlier pattern, which is the later. I think this is kind of the older one. So it was made by the Johnson brothers, England, and they were Alfred and Friday. Johnson's brothers started in England around the early 1800s. And they were among the first to use the transfer wear to make China more affordable for their customers, especially for the USA market and the Canadian market, who really gravitated towards the flow blue transfer wear. So apparently, and I didn't know this, but the Johnson brothers were actually the grandsons of the Meakin brothers in England. And that would have been J and G Meakin. I think they were brothers, or maybe son and dad, not really sure. But the Johnson brothers were grandsons of the Meakins, which is kind of interesting to find out. I estimate it, based on my research, to have been produced in the early 1900s. And it is marked on the back, and you see the royal crown there because the Johnson brothers were given the royal distinction, I think, the charter, royal charter, I guess it's called, in 1970, I believe. And that means that they were one of the official suppliers of China for the royal family, specifically for this pattern or era would have been Queen Elizabeth II. So did she actually have food served on this platter, on this pattern? I don't know. It is in really good condition. I see very, very little wear of the blue pattern. On one edge, there's just a little bit of stress wear. It's a bit of discolorment. It's not really a chip, but it's a little bit of a rougher piece. And it is absolutely beautiful. So there is a bit of value to this. So, good eyes, Mum. I'm glad she encouraged me to pick it up. I immediately was quite fond of it. So, like I said before, it didn't take too much nudging to get me to pick it up. I did want to show you a nice little collection of vintage items that my friend gifted to me, which is always exciting that, you know, someone would go thrifting and keep me in mind and pick me up a few things. She did say that she would not feel bad if she saw them listed in my Etsy shop because I think she knows that I don't keep much. But there was one item that she gave me that I would consider keeping. And it is this Torino made, goodness gracious, the chain is wrapped around the earring backing. There it is. Okay. So it is this, I believe it's pewter. If not, it's made to look like pewter. But it comes in a little, case. And I've seen these before. And they may come from different makers as well, but this one is Torino, T-R-I-N-O. And this one is of a figure skater. So immediately I thought, I may keep that because I am a skater. I used to be a figure skater. Now I just skate for pleasure. When and if the arenas open up again because of the pandemic. So the necklace would fit in here. It comes with two little earrings, little skate earrings, And then this piece is actually a brooch. So you can wear this with the figure skater on top. And she's skating outside, which would be ideal to be able to have a beautiful piece of ice outside to skate on. I would love that right now and not have to go inside a building to skate. So there's that, and I don't know if you can see the earring backings on back. And I will show you the necklace. The chain, unfortunately, got a little snaggy. I don't have any issue unsnagging or untangling chains, but it's just a tiny little, kind of an old-fashioned figure skate, or just a nice skate. So my friend also picked up this, I believe it's leather, a thimble. No. Thimble. Don't you love making up your own words? Thimble, well actually thimble is a word. It's like you thimble a ball in a sport. Is that the right word? Oh, Lordy, that's embarrassing. Not really. Thimble is what I meant to say. Oh dear. Yes, my friend also picked me up this thimble, and I like the blossom on top. It kind of looks like a magnolia flower or a dogwood flower. It's not marked inside. It has a bit of age cracks, maybe what I'm showing by not finding the right words for things. But yeah, so that, very cute, and something that I've never really seen before. I'm always surprised by what Avon has put out over the years. I mean, they're more than just the mascara and lipsticks and all of that, and they're more than all of the so-called collectors decanters, perfume decanters. They've put out so much more. Like I've been in thrift stores and have kind of gravitated towards something, thought, oh, that's really cool, picked it up. It's like, really? That's Avon or Avon? And so my friend also picked me up this, I believe it's a ceramic or porcelain women's figurehead, and it's marked inside Avon. I believe it's 1983, so definitely vintage. I did have to look this up to see exactly what it was, but come to find out they are referred to as thimbles. I mean, I thought maybe they might be a decoration to put on top of a taper candle, and maybe you can, but the ones that are listed on Etsy are calling them thimbles. So, there is quite a hollow space in there. So I don't know how you would, I'm not a sewer, but I don't know how you would actually use that as a thimble. Maybe, I don't know, maybe that's just what they're calling this type of small bust. To me, it's more like a finger puppet. Hello. Oh, hello everyone. Did you see my Flo Blue Johnson Brothers platter? Oh, hello. Hello, I'm just a lady. I'm just a lady. Oh, come have tea with me someday. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so either a finger puppet or a decoration to put on your candle would be something that I would think it would be. But that's just me. Okay? So for this week, I guess that's it. I'll have to say goodbye until next week. I hope your week is going quite well. I hope your weather is better than ours. Apparently tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, for the most part, it is going to warm up and not so blustery as today. I just can't believe it is March already. Happy March, by the way. It's getting promising, closer and closer to spring. And so until I see you next time, count your blessings as I do mine, and count your crows, and toodaloo. Bye-bye.